The screen is a window, but a window shattered. We don't just watch the image, we analyze the fragments. We are fragmented lens. The Deconstruction of Hope, a fragmented lens on Superman. A warning about spoilers is a lie. The concept of a spoiler implies a single, correct way to experience a narrative, a linear journey from A to B. We know better. The narratives you are about to consume are not whole. They are a collection of moments, symbols, and fragments, meaning something different with every new viewer. The analysis that follows is simply another one of those moments. The spoiler is not what's revealed, but what is hidden, the ideology and subtext we aim to uncover. So if you fear a single chronological truth being spoiled, turn back now. For everyone else, let the deconstruction begin. Here's the rundown from a deconstructive perspective. James Gunn's Superman isn't a film so much as it is a conversation with a ghost. It arrives not as a fresh origin story for a new generation, but as a cultural artifact in a world so saturated with capes and spandex that the very idea of a hero feels like a self-referential joke. The film's brilliance, and its inherent postmodern challenge, lies in its willingness to acknowledge that the monolithic Man of Steel of yore has been shattered, leaving us with a hero cobbled together from the fragments of 100 different iterations. It's a collage of pastiches, an intertextual exercise that begs the question, how do you tell an earnest story in an era that has weaponized cynicism? The film's plot, a seemingly straightforward narrative of Clark Kent's journey to reconcile his human and Kryptonian identities, is subverted by a fragmented narrative structure. Gunn weaves in a bustling, overstuffed world of pre-existing heroes and villains, from the Justice Gang to a pre-established Lois Lane, creating a sense that we've dropped into the middle of a comic book run rather than a cinematic beginning. This isn't a unified grand narrative. It's a series of disconnected episodes, a fight with a kaiju, a debate with Lois on the ethics of his actions, a battle with Lex Luthor, that resist a single cohesive message. The film's energy is that of a restless mind hopping from one reference to the next. At the core of this deconstruction is the character of Superman himself. Rather than a symbol of singular American righteousness, this Superman is a vulnerable, almost naive figure whose inherent goodness is portrayed as an old-fashioned virtue in a world of complex international politics and social media toxicity. He's not an icon, but a person trying to do the right thing when the very concept of the right thing is up for debate. This film strips the character of his mythic armor, exposing the human heart underneath. It's a hero who is simultaneously an immigrant, a boy from Kansas, a journalist, a boyfriend, and a globally recognized savior, all while grappling with the fact that his actions, no matter how pure, can be weaponized against him. Ultimately, Superman is a metamodern text. It embraces a bald-faced optimism that feels both genuine and self-aware. It takes a trope, saving a small, insignificant animal, for instance, and pushes it to an almost ridiculous degree, winking at the audience while simultaneously demanding that we buy into the earnest emotion. It's a film that knows it's a film, but one that desperately wants us to believe in the fantasy it's creating. It is not about a man who can fly, but about our collective desire to believe in a man who can fly. A hope that, despite being deconstructed, refuses to die. If you feel so compelled, you may engage with the signifiers of affirmation below. Like and subscribe. Your compliance is noted and appreciated by the great digital machine. The screen goes black, but the image remains. Until our next episode, don't just watch the picture. Examine the frame.